So Twitter just came out with fleets. Essentially, a fleet at its basic is a story. Just a fancy new way of calling it a story. And I really like this. Not because I think Twitter's trying to copy Instagram or LinkedIn's trying to copy Snapchat or whatever. Like, there are points in technology and social media where things across the board are standardized, which makes everyone's use of that tool much better. For instance, I'm sure every car didn't have a radio once upon a long time ago, and it was like specific to one person or one brand or two brands. But eventually, consumers wanted it so much that it just became a thing that everyone put in their car. That's what I see for LinkedIn stories and fleets for Twitter. It's just them catching up with the times. But in what it allows us to do, or at least for me as a creator, like, I typically go to Instagram and I'll post. There's a couple different ways I do this, but as of right now, my current situation of how I'm using all these platforms and how I'm distributing my micro content is this. I thought that my tool that I was making could handle putting out all the videos that I want to put out, as well as all the photos and messages and all. And back it up. I'm creating a social app, distribution app, that allows me to pretty much post all of my photos, everything that I want from WordPress to all social media. And there are other tools like Buffer and Hootsuite that can do this, but there's much more customization and much more easeability. I can bulk upload all these things and knock them out extremely fast on a computer. So I'm using that right now. I thought I would do that for the videos and photos, but I'm gonna save that for just photos and thoughts. So with that being said, pretty much now I'm exporting all of my pillar films, all of my 10-minute films in several different ways. One, I'm exporting them every 15 seconds. I'm making a micro clip that I can use pretty much for stories. I'll then batch together 3 of those 15 clips and make a short 45-second post that I can then use on, all the medias. I also strip out the audio so I can use that on the podcast. And that's about it. So how do I use that? How do I put that on social media and distribute a massive amount of content? So this is step by step. Wake up, airdrop those 15-second clips. Usually there's about 40 of them from a 10-minute video to my phone. Pop into Instagram, go to Instagram stories, and batch select. You can select up to 10 at once to push to my stories and make sure they're in order. And that way it almost looks like your story is an entire film, because it is. You got to do that a couple times, but they're fairly quick with handling how fast they're able to push that information. I then hop over to Snapchat, do the same. They allow you to upload 25 of those short 15-second clips at once. If they're not 15 seconds, you'll have cuts, or if they're longer than 15 seconds, you'll have cuts in between, and it won't go seamless as you need it to. Now I'm popping over to Twitter and doing the same thing for fleets. So you pretty much get the whole film. And then LinkedIn, I don't know what happened, but in the last week, I don't see LinkedIn stories at the top of my feed. So maybe they're having some sort of issue they're trying to work out. But I'll pretty much do the same thing for LinkedIn. But the problem with this is if it doesn't allow you to bulk upload those 15-second clips Twitter doesn't. But if you're doing that for multiple platforms, then it becomes very, very time consuming. So if LinkedIn allows you to do bulk upload for stories, then do that. Next, I'll airdrop those 45-second clips, which equals about 10 to 15-ish posts that you can then pretty much upload as regular posts. But I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm uploading those as reels now, because you can actually, instead of it zooming in, you can actually fit it to the square. And it's all about, I'll cover more of this in another post because I do need to get back into the house, but it's all about using the features, the newest features on a platform, because that's what they're going to boost, and that's how you get exposure. And you also have to be consistent with everything. It's hard work, but it's well worth the payoff. Anyways, I'll share more about this probably in tweets or whatever, or in another post or another video, but I'm going to get in the house. Hope you guys have a great day. Peace out.